so truth, I can't believe it. This great thing I know, the Savior's on the throne. There's more to this life, it's supernatural. I'll set my heart on things eternal. This great thing I know, the Bible tells me so.
Hi, Love Unlimited Kids. It's Tanya.
And it's Victoria.
And we're going to continue in our series called Fear Busters. We've been talking about different things that we're afraid of. Some of us are afraid of the dark. Some of us are afraid of trying new things. Some of us are afraid of being embarrassed. But we are digging into God's Word and finding out what it says about the things that we're afraid of and how we can overcome these fears and bust them all together. All right, so I don't know if you've noticed, we got a lot of greenery going on in my counter here. I'm in my kitchen. And the reason why I love to have all this greenery is because I love to plant. I love to plant veggies. I love to plant fruit. I love to plant herbs and spices. And I got all this equipment that I need, right? I need my gloves. I need water to make sure that I water them. I got potting soil. I got my pots. And most importantly, I got the seeds. And so I love to put it together, and I love to see how it grows and how it, blossoms. But to be quite honest, I tend to kill more plants than actually the ones that grow. And it makes me kind of sad. It makes me afraid to even try it because I'm afraid that I'm going to kill it anyway. Speaking of plants dying, have you ever been afraid of dying? Me too. And it's not something that we like to talk about. Matter of fact, it's actually people don't like to even hear about it. And when we hear other kids talking about it, or even people, no, don't even talk about it. I don't want to hear it. That's not going to happen. Please. And so, but sometimes we need to talk about these things because we want to make sure that we don't have to be afraid of those things, and we can go to God's Word when we're afraid, right? We can go to God's Word. What else can we do when we're afraid?
We could pray.
We could pray. Yeah, God's Word says to present your request to God. We talk to God and we hand Him over our fears, and He can kind of take those fears away from us. Well, what else can we do when we're afraid?
Worship.
We can worship. Gosh, there's so many songs that when I sing them, whatever fear I have, it goes away. This one song I remember singing as a kid, hopefully Vicki will join me in singing, and it goes, when I am afraid, I will trust in you. I will trust in you. I will trust in you. Yeah, and you sing the song reminding yourselves that when you're afraid, you just put your trust in God and the fear goes away. Yeah, but this is a fear that it's not so easily forgotten, right? We think about it, when maybe a pet of ours has passed on, then that fear kind of comes back. Or if a family member has passed on, and then we become to be afraid again. And so it's not something that goes away. We're gonna have to live through that. That's part of life, right? We live, we die. But the beauty of us Christians is that that's not where our life ends. Death is not the end of our story. There's a much bigger story after we die, and that's what we're going to look at today. We're going to find verses in the Bible that talk about our fear of death and how we don't have to be afraid anymore. So the first verse I want to look at is in Psalm 23. Tori, why don't you read for us what Psalm 23 says?
Even though I walk through the valley of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me.
Even though I walk through the valley of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. That's right. We're not alone no matter what we go through. Even when we go through death, God is right there with us. Amen. We don't have to fear. Another verse in the Bible is in Deuteronomy 31, verse 6. Victoria, what does that say?
Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you.
It says, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified. When I hear that word terrified, it's almost like being afraid 1,000,000 times over. When you're terrified, it's like you even become frozen. You can't even move, you can't think, you don't even know how to react when you're terrified. The Lord says, don't be terrified, don't be afraid. For He goes with you. He will never leave you. He will never forsake you. You are not alone in your fear. But also, you're not alone in any of your situations. Whatever you face, He is there with you. And I think it's okay to be afraid of death. And the reason why is because we always fear of the unknown. We don't know what's going to happen after. But God's Word tells us what's going to happen after. Go ahead and read to us from Philippians 3, verse 20.
For our citizenship is in heaven.
But our citizenship is in heaven. Citizenship is the place where you belong, where you were born from. Well, guess what? If we accepted Jesus into our heart, we were born into the family of God. And you know what that means? That means we're no longer from this earth. We are from heaven, and that's where we belong, and we're going to get there someday when we die. You know, there's another area, another verse in the Bible in Revelations, and it talks about the beauty that we're going to see in heaven. What do you think the streets are going to look like, Victoria?
Maybe silver or gold?
That's right. The streets are going to be paved with gold. How cool is that? That's gorgeous. That's beautiful. What about the gates? What do gates mean?
Maybe flowers or pearls?
Pearls. The gates are going to be made of pearls, beautiful gems and rubies. Can you imagine how beautiful it's going to be when we get to heaven? So we don't have to be afraid of what happens after we die because it's going to be so much better. How amazing is that? But you know something? We go at the right time. That's right. Everyone goes at a different time, and that's okay. There's another character in the Bible. His name is Paul, and he wrote about something very important. He said, to live is Christ, and to die is gain. That means while I'm alive, I'm going to live like Jesus, walk like Jesus, talk like Jesus. I'm going to help. I'm going to teach. I'm going to be a servant to other people. But to die is gain. You're going to get so much more when you die, which is in heaven. So hopefully this gives you some kind of encouragement. You no longer have to be afraid of dying. You live like Jesus, and then when you die, you get to hang out with him. Party, party, party with Jesus. How cool is that? So guess what, Vicky? I think, you know what we did? We just totally busted this fear. That's right, my friends. God bless you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Can't wait to see you next time. Bye.